Hey, what's up, Fort Wayne? Happy Monday. So yesterday I showed some first-time buyer clients a really adorable house. It was built in 1900, but they had done a fabulous job of renovating. You know how sometimes, if you've ever been house hunting, sometimes people will do flips or renos that are seemingly and sometimes very rushed and not detail oriented. This was very, very well done. It was so cute. And then we went down to the basement and we were quite literally stopped in our tracks. There were clearly some serious moisture issues down in the basement. What looked like mold. It looked like they had tried to remedy the moisture issues in the past, but there was a bowing wall, which was very, very worrisome. The other thing that was very challenging about this house is that it was being sold as is. So in that case, we would do an as is addendum where when my clients would get an inspection, if there were such major issues that they decided they wanted to back out, they could. So we talked about it in length after we saw the house, walked outside, and one of their parents was with them. And so we chatted about it a little bit. They said they wanted to think about it. And then they called me later last night and told me that they were going to pass. And it was disappointing. I'm not going to lie. Like at first, like we walked in this house, we're like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. It's so close to town. You can walk to everything. The yard was really great. It had a 1.5 detached garage. But that kind of stuff, you don't want to mess with it, you know? And in this case, they really didn't want to risk their inspection money and, you know, walking away and spending, you know, $400 to $600 on an inspection or more if we had to have somebody come in and inspect the foundation. So I respect their decision. I think they made a smart decision. These first-time home buyers are very, very savvy. Very bright kids, and I happen to know one of them very, very well. So it's been interesting to walk through these homes and helping them to pick out what's going to be the best fit for them. So you know, I've told them several times, you know, this is not a sprint. This is definitely a marathon. This is a journey. So don't get discouraged. You're finding what you like, what you don't like, what you're willing to tolerate, what you're not, and this is all part of the process. So I'm curious to know what your first-time homebuyer experiences have been, if they've been negative or positive. How long did it take you to find your first house?